Oh, son of a gun. You thought I was gonna say son of a bitch.
Crazies, man. Y'all welcome back to the lab. Lee here. Y'all saw that title too as well. That's an everything bagel, an everything TikTok. That is right. It's kind of like an everything bagel. You're right. Everything TikTok. This is going to be a little great little TikTok video that's got everything with it. Stuff to make you think, stuff to make you laugh, something just to make you go, what the hell? And that's kind of what this is. I do my TikToks all the place, and I show you my feeds through the down rabbit hole ones. But this is kind of a little different. Some things I don't always put on those rabbit holes, and I got a phone full of them, so I figured I'd go ahead and throw my phone down for y'all to see what else I really do be seeing on my feeds too as well. So some funny ones, some good ones to make you think. Like I'm telling you, man, with TikTok in the limelight right now about the U.S. trying to ban TikTok, you do know that the whole collective of all of us, all those people on these apps in this form is waking up the masses, and they do not want the masses to wake up, because the more people wake up, the more this earth wakes up, the more they lose power. So at any time you do enjoy this video, please remember to hit the thumbs up button, subscribe, and leave me your comments down below. Which one made you think, which one made you laugh, and just which one made you go, holy shit. Other than that, y'all sit back and y'all enjoy some of these TikToks.
For a treat. You know, back before the war broke out, I was a saucier in San Antone. I bet I could call up some of them greens. Yeah, noodle some crawfish out the patty, yo. Maybe some crab apples for dessert now.
Bueno, piñu. Bueno, piñu. Bueno.
We did in the early 2000s that you may have forgotten about. We got to experience the OG YouTube. You could find any TV show or movie to watch, but it usually came in like 15 different parts. The background music in every video sounded like this, and you witnessed history being made when you stumbled upon this video.
You never lied. About what? So the movie Up was real. There was an old woman named Edith Macefield. She lived in the same house for 50 years. One day, she was offered $1 million. Developers wanted to tear her house down and build a mall. She didn't take it.
Wait, why?
The memories she had in that house were priceless. The developers ended up building around the house. But there was a construction manager named Barry. He would check up on her every day. Over time, they became really close friends. But one day, Edith fell down her stairs. Barry took her to the hospital. Unfortunately, she had cancer. She passed away. But the house still stands as a symbol that memories are priceless.
Now, people forget, that I mean, you are, 18, and how old are you, Brandon?
He's 18, I'm 17.
All right, 17.
I'm the older.
All right.
More experience.
Now, let's get to the hard-hitting questions, all right? Now, when you go out, who does the driving?
I do the
Usually
driving.
when Colby comes pick me up at my house, he has a limo. He's like all up there, like, I have to impress this girl. So he comes with a limo and drinks in the limo, Cokes, Sprite, whatever you want. He has it all prepared.
Is it working?
Yeah, it's working.
Now, when it comes to the end of the evening and the waiter brings the the receipt, now, who treats? I mean, you're both.
Well, thanks to her and her good looks, you can get a meal for free. I say no more. Just leave it at that.
Stop it.
Now, the Laker season is fast approaching. Brandy, we're going to see it down.
Theory on how old SpongeBob really is.
Isn't he supposed to be a teenager?
No, you would think he is, but we know in a lot of cartoons, all the characters don't really age, but SpongeBob actually secretly tells us how old he is.
Wait, how old is he?
So in the SpongeBob SquarePants movie, we see SpongeBob's Wall of Employee of the Month awards, and he said he won that award 374 consecutive months, which equals 31 years. And when SpongeBob started working at the Krusty Krab, he was 13 years old, because on his driver's license, we see his birthday.
He's that old?
Yeah, so that means that SpongeBob is 44 years old.
That alone just gives me goosebumps, that he's that old, and I had no idea.
One exposes it all.
I don't think it works. People have voted already, and that's what's created the current paradigm. When did you last vote? Never. You've
never ever vote. No, do you think that's really bad? So you struck an attitude, what, before the age of 18? Well, I was busy being a drug addict at that point because I come from the kind of social conditions that are exacerbated by an indifferent system that really just administrates for large corporations and ignores the population that it was voted in to serve. You're blaming the political class for the fact that you had a problem? No. I'm saying I was part of a social and economic class that is underserved by the current political system, and drug addiction is one of the problems it creates when you have huge, underserved, impoverished populations. People get drug problems and also don't feel like they want to engage with the current political system because they see that it doesn't work for them. They see that it makes no difference. They see that they're not served. I say that the apathy... Jeremy, my darling, I'm not saying that the apathy doesn't come from us, the people. The apathy comes from the politicians. They are apathetic to our needs. They're only interested in servicing...
There's something called the Osiris Shaft, which is located directly under the causeway between the Sphinx and the Second Pyramid. It goes about 100 feet underground. It's carved out of the limestone bedrock. It's the creepiest place I've ever been in my life. It's 3 different shafts, and you go down. When you get to the 3rd level, which is completely dark and freaky, there was a side tunnel. Zahiawas himself, he's standing in front of this tunnel, and he says, it's yet to be explored. I don't know what's down there, but they've since sealed it up. It's like cinder blocks. They sealed it up.
What?
Yes! It's the same thing. Like, they excavated the Sphinx, and there was always said to be tunnels under there, and there was no pictures ever released to the public, and some dude snuck down in there and took some photos. You can't see much, but what you know is that there are things that have gone underground in Egypt that, for whatever reason, is just off limits to the public.
Come out the water, we're not finna jump you. Why you came with all them people then? That's my family. They're in town to buy property. Why would they come buy property on the day that we gotta fight? Look, I don't know, bro. I don't know. Well, I need to know why they here. Oh, we just want a little bit of property over here. I'm just trying to buy a house. I came to beat your ass. See, that's how I know y'all finna jump me. No, we not, bro. He didn't mean that. Hell, if I did it, man, get out the water, bro. They not gonna approve my time off. Would it look like y'all finna be understaffed because I'm still going on my vacation? PTO me prepare to others because I was giving y'all a warning, not asking for permission.
Are those sour apple gummy worms? Righty, tighty, lefty, loosey, and that is how we get the juicy. Got it. Do I smell baked beans?
The strategy that Werner von Braun taught me was that first the Russians are going to be considered to be the enemy. In fact, when I met him in '74, they were the enemy, the identified enemy. We were told that they had killer satellites. We were told that they were coming to get us and control us, the dirty commies, that whole story. First, the Russians were the enemy against whom we're going to build space-based weapons. Then terrorists would be identified, and that was soon to follow. We heard a lot about terrorism. Then we were going to identify third world country crazies. We now call them nations of concern. But he said that would be the third enemy against whom we would be needing to build space-based weapons. And the funniest one of all was against what he called aliens, extraterrestrials. That would be the final card. And over and over and over, during the 4 years that I knew him and was giving his speeches for him, he would bring up that last card. And remember, Carol, the last card is the alien card. We're going to have to build space-based weapons against aliens. And all of it, he said, is a lie. All of it, he said, is a lie. Is a lie.
Right, fuck me. Have you seen this new shit that's just come out on the news?
Millions of Britons will start to get warning alerts from the government and emergency services on their mobile phones or tablets from next month. Messages like this one will tell people if there is a life-threatening emergency such as flooding or wildfires.
But it's also hoped that on the 23rd of April, everybody in the country will receive one of these alerts. And the idea is that by having everyone in the country receive it, they also have to acknowledge it as well. And that will be, they won't be able to continue using their phone unless they acknowledge it. And that's going to be on the 23rd of April.
What the fucking fuck?
Prison! I'm playing bullshit!
After watching that, I'm just as confused as you are. You literally cannot make this shit up. And they call me the conspiracy theorist, and yet they keep coming out with crap like this. I don't understand why you would have to accept it to be able to gain access back to your phone. It literally screams red flags to me. And after the bullshit and the lies that have surfaced in the last 3 years, are you really going to trust this? But this is what we want to do. Go ahead and follow these steps and keep that crap from getting sent to you, because it's a load of bullshit. Scroll down to notifications, which is just on the top of my screen there. Click on that, and then you want to scroll all the way down to the bottom of this notifications page, and you'll have 2 tabs at the bottom. The first one will say extreme alerts and the second one will say severe alerts. And again, this is on iPhone. Turn them both off and keep this crap out your phone.
You'll only understand if you grew up in the 90s or early 2000s. Burning a CD at 2 times the speed and having it fail after waiting forever. When you saw the CD tray pop open before the download was finished. Or if your parents picked up the phone in the middle of the download. But if you actually got the CD to burn, you felt like a wizardly genius. And you proudly placed that CD in your CD wallet or your car visor.
Can I join you on the log, or?
Nah, piss off.
Why'd you push me off the log? Come on, you got so much room on here.
No, I don't. This log is full.
What do you mean?
It's full. You can't fit.
Oh,
nah.
Why are you acting like Rose in Titanic?
You think you're Leonardo DiCaprio?
We can both fit, clearly.
Fuck off, you can't.
Oh, you're just selfish.
Yep.
You're self-centered.
Yeah, I'm one of those selfish people that admits it.
Oh, give us a turn of the log. He won't share.
It's my fucking log. I don't need to share my fucking log.
Oh, that's a shit attitude. There's so much room we can all
off,
fit.
Get off.
Oh,
Get
you're
off,
all
get off,
fit.
log.
No,
Fine,
you will not win. Go.
No way.
Question, yeah? Why is it that we know a little bit about a lot of random things but don't know a lot about really almost anything? Because we have a really short attention span and we become easily disinterested in things? I don't understand. Okay, for example, sometimes we come across something new and it's really exciting for us, so it gives us this huge rush of dopamine and we end up hyperfixating on that thing for days trying to learn as much as we can about it. Okay, except suddenly we become tired of it and then we just abandon that hyperfixation. But when do we start trying to learn more about that thing? No. What? Yeah, we don't really do that. Why? Well, because whenever we try to dive back into that thing, the same surge of interest just isn't there and we can't get ourselves to hyper-focus on it again. Okay, but wait, if we spent days learning as much as we could about that thing, shouldn't we still have all that knowledge? You would think, but no, because our memory is trash, and so 95% of that information that we just learned, we're gonna just forget about it. And you know what that leaves us with? Knowing a little bit about a lot of random things. Bingo. Well, that's obnoxious. You're telling me.
Threw the red and blue shells at my vehicle.
Is that illegal?
They be like smooth.
Oh, shit.
Oh yeah, nothing like some TikToks, man. Some funny ones, the ones that make you think, and just ones that just make you get away from the monotony of this world as we got going on right now. You know, it is one of these days and ages that we are living in the end times, it feels like. And sometimes we have to kind of just step back from the seriousness of life itself and enjoy what we have in front of us, and enjoy a little laughter, enjoy a little bit of our camaraderie in ourselves, and enjoy a little bit of the collective that does do these for you. I know we have to cherish these moments of laughter, these moments of just fun, and the moments of, uncertainty, as well as making you think, realization. But at the same time, we just have to appreciate it all. We have this vessel, we live once in this vessel, then we go somewhere else. God, I love each and every one of you. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for always showing the love on these videos. And remember, man, y'all keep those mind open, because every single one of those eyes will see everything in front of you. Y'all stay crazy.
You gave us something we never thought we could have.
And what is that?
Another chance.
I think I heard a shot. I think I heard a shot.